At some point, the question isn't, can we make money at this? It's, is it worth my life? Time is a real currency. I've done the hard way. I've done the long hours. I've been stressed. I've done the low margins. I'll figure this out later. I'm over it. Welcome to Pro Business Talk. I'm Ran. Let's get into this. Now, here's a truth most of us don't want to admit. Not all businesses are worth starting. So I go by a simple filter. It's a standard, a non-negotiable. It's a framework that every idea must pass before I give it my time, my energy, or my money. I call it ELF. I know Christmas is over, but we still go by ELF. Easy, lucrative, and fun. If a business doesn't hit these three, I'm not interested. And just so you know, easy does not mean lazy. It means efficient, it means smart, and it means designed and not forced. This video is about why ELF exists, what each part means, and why we should actually apply it. Basically, I want you to stop building business that drains your life. Now, most of us, we don't choose business logically. My first businesses were out of desperation. That becomes an emotional choice. We usually start a business because somebody else is doing it. Oh, we can make a lot of money. Oh, that sounds impressive. You think struggle is legitimacy? I did. Or we believe that hard now, easy later. And that's not always the case. In fact, 99% of the time, that is incorrect. It just gets harder. Now, here's the problem. Hard doesn't automatically turn easy. Busy doesn't turn into profits. And sacrifice doesn't turn into freedom. Let's face it, some businesses are just hard forever. Low margins, high stress, constant firefights, complaining customers, and a system that breaks the moment you step away. People stay stuck because they confuse effort with progress. Now, ELF, easy, lucrative, fun, exists to prevent that. Now, easy doesn't mean what you guys think it means. Let's kill that myth right now. Easy doesn't mean no work, no learning, no discipline, no problems. Easy means low friction. An easy business is easy to explain, easy to sell, easy to deliver, easy to repeat. If you can't explain your business in one sentence, it's not easy. Let me explain my business. I've got two businesses. I sell auto detail products online. Easy, right? Second business, this, business coaching, talk business. So I talk business on YouTube and do business coaching. Easy, right? Now, if your customers need heavy education to understand the value, it's not easy. If fulfillment requires you to be involved every single time, it's not easy. Easy means clear demand, clear outcome, and clear process. Now, you guys have heard this before. A question you should ask is, if I'm gone for 30 days, will this business run without me? If the answer is no, your business is very fragile. Easy businesses are designed, they're not brute forced. Now let's get into signs that businesses are not easy. You're constantly explaining why it costs what it costs. Customers don't understand the value without persuasion. Every sale feels like you're convincing them and not helping. That's a big deal. If you're helping, they buy naturally. You constantly need customer solutions. Every time. Your model only works if you're involved. Now, if you feel like you're swimming upstream, that's a bad design. Easy businesses use leverage. Now, lucrative is not about revenue. There's gross profit and net profit. Now, this is where most people get trapped. I know companies that do millions of dollars a year and don't make a dollar. They're chasing revenue. They brag about revenue. They live for revenue, but it doesn't transfer to their bottom line. Now, revenue without margin, it's a treadmill. Lucrative means high margins, predictable cash flow, scalable profit, time leverage. That's the most important. I don't care how big your top line is if your bottom line is thin. A lucrative business makes money consistently. It doesn't collapse if somebody leaves. It doesn't collapse when a customer leaves. It's not dependent on a constant hustle to survive. Now, here's a hard truth. A business that makes $500,000 a year but feels stressful and is unstable is worse than a business that nets $150,000 a year. That's clean and predictable. Lucrative is about quality of income and not quantity. So ask yourself these questions. Can I raise my prices today without losing customers? Does this business reward experience or does it cap it? Does profit grow faster than workload? Is demand stable or is it trend-based? Can one good decision multiply results? Now, I'll put these questions down in the bottom in my description so you guys can check them out. Good thing to print off and put on your wall. If the business only scales by adding more hours, chaos, and employment, it's not lucrative. Lucrative businesses compound interest. Everybody's heard of that. Now, here's my favorite part. This is why fun is not optional. Everybody likes to have fun. Create a fun environment. Those that say business is not fun, I don't know what to tell you. It's not supposed to be miserable either. So what's the opposite of fun? Now, fun doesn't mean constant excitement, zero stress, or loving every moment of it. Fun means you don't dread it. You enjoy going to work every day. I know owners of businesses that hate going to work every day. Fun means you're interested in getting better. You feel energized more than drained, and you still do it even after mastering it. Now, if you hate the daily activities of your business, you will fail. Your business will be sabotaged. Burnout isn't a time issue, it's a misalignment issue. Now let's talk about what makes business fun. Fun comes from progress. Fun comes from creative problem solving. Fun comes from ownership of outcomes. So I want businesses where I enjoy the strategy. I like improving systems. I don't resent customers. They're our bread and butter. I don't feel trapped by success. If success makes your life worse, something's wrong. Now, ELF is a filter. It's not a dream. It's not about fantasy businesses. It's about standards. Most people don't need more ideas. They need better filters. ELF also helps you say no faster. If it doesn't fit in those three things, easy, lucrative, fun, it doesn't fit. No guilt, no justification, no, maybe I'll work it out later. If it doesn't fit, easy, lucrative, and fun, it's not worth it. Now, most people settle for businesses outside of easy, lucrative, and fun. Why? Because they've already invested time. They fear starting over. They tie identity to struggle. They believe quitting equals failure. Now, here's the reality. Quitting bad models is not failure, it's refinement. And every business needs to be refined regularly. Standards evolve as experience grows. What worked when you were broke is not what's going to work to create freedom. Now, ELF is a maturity framework. Early on, you trade time for money. Later, you trade systems for scale. And then eventually, you trade standards for peace. At some point, the question isn't, can we make money at this? It's, is it worth my life? Time is a real currency. You don't want to miss out on time with your family, on time with your kids. They're going to grow up and you're going to be so busy that you're going to miss it. Now, how do I apply ELF quickly? Easy. Can I simplify it? Can it run without me? Is fulfillment repeatable, lucrative? Are margins strong? Is demand proven? Does effort decrease as scale increases? Fun. Do I enjoy the process? Will I still do this in 5 years? Does it align with who I am now? If any of these categories fail, the idea dies. It's that simple. No overthinking, no emotional attachment. Most people don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because they build lives around businesses that fight them. ELF is about alignment. When something is lucrative to scale, when something is fun to grow, you stop forcing it. You stop burnout completely, and you stop questioning everything. Now you build momentum, and momentum changes the game. So before you start your next business, ask yourself, is it easy, lucrative, or fun? Now, if you're already in business, how do you get there? Easy, lucrative, or fun? And if not, walk away. There's better games to play. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you guys are interested in some business coaching, let me know. I'll leave my contact information down below.